Tak, dobré odpoledne, dámy a pánové. Jsem rád, že vás mohu uvítat na tradiční předzávodní tiskové konferenci před 56. ročníkem Zlaté tretry Ostrava. Vítám hejtmana Moravskoslezského kraje, pana Ivo Vondráka. Pěkný den. Vítám pochopitelně hlavní hvězdu meetingu Usaina Bolta, Welcome Ostrava Game, sportovní manažer Alfons Juk a na úvod tradiční rituál předávání startovních čísel. Ředitel meetingu, který se vrací z evropského poháru v tuto chvíli a jsme rádi, že můžeme uvítat, zastupuje hejtman Moravskoslezského kraje, pan Ivo Vondrák, takže vás poprosím, abyste předal startovní číslo našemu hostovi.
Dámy a pánové, já se moc omlouvám, že nejsem takový sportovec, jako je pan Železný. Nicméně doufám, že jste neutrpěli tím, že tady s váma není. Nakonec bude příležitost se s ním potkat na Zlaté tetře. Já jsem moc rád, že jsme tady mohli pana Usaina Bolta přivítat. Víme dobře, že to je nejrychlejší muž planety a já pevně věřím, že bude inspirací pro naše mladé, aby se stali nejrychlejším, když ne v běhání, tak třeba ve studiu nebo v něčem úplně jiném. Takže děkuji, že jste přišli. Pevně věřím, že to, co se bude dít ve středu, vás bude bavit, jako se na to těšíme my všichni a uvidíme se všichni zase ve středu na stadionu. Já tady běhat nebudu pro jistotu. Děkuji.
Děkuji, pane hejtmane. Tak, můžeme se pustit do tiskové konference. Ta první otázka se nabízí. Po 9. v Ostravě není Usainu Boltovi tentokrát horko.
Okay, Usain, welcome once again. 9th time in Ostrava. Is it not too hot now? When you remember the other editions.
Well, compared to the last times, yes, definitely. It's much warmer than I'm used to.
Zmínil jsem, je zde po 9. Bude to meeting, kde má nejvíc startů. Vždy tady byl s úsměvem, vždy jsme tady byli svědky nějakých žertů. Není tu nějaká nostalgie? Nenapadá ho, nepřepadá ho něco, když tady bude startovat naposledy?
We always had little jokes here at these press conferences, especially you did it with the photographers and so on. Is there a little bit of, I don't know, nostalgia or a little sadness that this is the last time as a runner?
Oh, because I was just about to say, I'm sure this won't be the last time I'm here, but for me, I'm happy that I got to come here because it's one of my favorite meets, and to really run here for the last time is a great feeling because I've been coming here for years. It's my 9th time here, so it's almost like home to me. I know here very well. I know the rooms very well, so it's just a wonderful feeling. So I'm happy.
Vzpomíná si na rok 2004, kdy dostal první pozvánku tady na ten meeting, byť potom tady nemohl vinou zranění startovat. A co ho napadlo? Zda vůbec tušil, kam pojede?
If you remember a little bit from 2004 when we invited you for first time, but you didn't come at the end because of the injury. But first time really you came in 2006, and it's always the question, what do you remember? What was something which remained in your memory from Ostrava?
We all know it's always the weather. I think the weather always stands out for me because it's bipolar for me, and I'm shocked that it's this warm. But I guess I brought some sun from Jamaica, which I definitely need this warm weather. But the crowd has always been good. I remember one year, a whole bunch of the fans stayed back one year and watched me warm down, and I signed some autograph for them. And I think they almost ripped the fence down. I remember one year, so it's always been good memories here.
Tak a nyní prosím vaše otázky, your question, ať už česky nebo anglicky. So, yes, sir. Please.
Ola from Vienna. Happy to see you here again. 9 times in Ostrava. What makes it so special for you? What is the reason? What do you like so much here in Ostrava?
For me, the fans are always. I always when I come here, no matter what's going on, no matter how cold it is, no matter how wet it is, the fans always come out and support. I always have a full stadium, no matter what's going on, and for me, that's always a big thing because I've been to many meets around. And sometimes when the weather is really bad, they don't really turn up as much. But every time I've been here, it's always been a full stadium, and I've always told you guys that it really matters to me when I get the support because the crowd really pushes me to do my best at all times.
Next question, please. So,
Usain, you're on your kind of home straight of your career right now, as we've all sort of discussed many times. But just curious, is there any kind of doubt in your mind about that? Has there been any sort of desire to carry on beyond this year at all?
No, I don't think so. For me, it's just been a great career. You know what I mean? And, I've really enjoyed the ups and downs, all the experience I've gathered, all that I've been through. Happiness and sadness. Just it's just been a wonderful career. You know what I mean? For me now, I've done everything I wanted to, and it's come to an end now, and I'm fine with it. You know what I mean? Definitely looking forward to come back to Ostrava and just watching the crowd and just seeing the youngsters, the younger generation coming up. So that's what I'm looking forward to.
continue. Okay.
Usain, just also, if I could just clarify about the 200 meters in London. Have you made a definitive decision on that yet?
Yeah, for sure I won't be running the 200 meters. People keep asking, but no.
Yeah, I will ask on behalf of us, the organizers. We were privileged to have Usain running the only one 300-meter race in his career back in 2010, which is for us very special. And I wanted to ask, how do you remember this race, and whether maybe in future you were thinking after that still to run it, or one time was enough?
For me, I wanted to run after, but I was never. So it was always bad timing when it comes to training, or I've always had setbacks and stuff throughout my career. So it was always a before but situation when it comes to that. But remembering after I ran the 300, I remember I was talking to my coach, and he asked me why I went out so hard because I died in the last 50 meters. So for me, it was always an experience, and it's something that I really enjoy doing, and it was a lot of fun. And I think Wade is running here, the 300 here, and I know you definitely want to run faster than me because you'll have something to brag about.
So you think he can attack your mid record or even more?
I think he's in good shape. I see him running 200. He's running 19 seconds. He actually ran a PB, I think, over the 100 meters. So for me, it shows that he's in good shape. And so after running the world record last year, then I definitely think he has a chance. So we'll see what happens.
And one more issue which we were also thinking in background of our planning, but never happened, of course, because you didn't want a 400 in Ostrava. I always told Ricky, let's do it, but we know you don't like the event.
I don't like the 400 at all. My coach always tried to convince me over the years, but it's not something I've ever wanted to do after I stopped doing it when I was a junior. So yeah, it wouldn't have happened. No. I came close though to the 300 there.
Mladá fronta, Tomáš Macek.
Usain, how complicated it was for you to choose the meetings for this farewell tour, and what was the main criterion?
For me, it was first thing was trying to make sure I was fit. You know what I mean? That's always the main thing coming into a season and figuring out which meet you need to go to. But it made it a little bit hard because most of the meets are after the championship. So for me, it wasn't a lot of options. But the one meet that I know that I was always gonna come to was Ostrava because I told one from the start from last season that listen, make sure you put the meet at the right time, so I get a chance to come and to compete here for the last time. So for me, I knew I was definitely come to this meet. Yeah.
Your question? Yeah.
Hey, Usain, I know you talk about what you look forward to doing after your career finishes up this season. Have you thought ahead a little bit to Tokyo 2020? Can you envision or imagine what that might be like not competing? And what do you think you will be doing in Tokyo 2020, whether it's, I don't know, TV or coaching or partying or all of the above?
I have no idea, but I'm definitely excited just to sit and watch and to see who's going to be the next Olympic champion. I mean, over 100 and 200 meters, because there's a lot of young stars coming up. I've watched the U.S. Well, I didn't watch. I've heard the result in the U.S. trials. I see youngsters in the Jamaican trials. So for me, there's a lot of potential coming through. So for me, it's going to be exciting to see who's really going to step up and to be a champion. And when it comes to coaching, my coach is really pushing me hard to try to get into coaching. So I think maybe next season I'll be at the track a lot, but I won't be a coach, but I'll oversee and watch. He really wants me to be a part of the racers group as much as possible. So I'll definitely try to be a part of that. And we'll see about the TV part. I'm not sure, but I'm sure somebody will want me to do some stuff with them.
Your question? Yep.
You saying just have you finalised your calendar for this year? Now I know you announced Monaco the other day, so we've got Ostrava, Monaco, and the World Championships. Will there be any others that get added?
Uh, well, we haven't. I've discussed with my coach what he thinks I should do if I should end my season after the World Championship. We haven't fully made up our mind what we're doing yet, but we'll see what happens. I'm really not worried about anything else until after the championship or until I get at least close to it.
Sport?
Usain, it's interesting that back in 2006, it was actually the farewell race for the Czech legend Jan Železný. So, and Jan Železný has had a very special era at the Golden Track meet. So you leave maybe also the very special Bolt era. So how is it for you to leave this here?
For me, it's going to be. It's always. I think every meet that I go to this age group will be emotional. You know what I mean? Because I know that it will be my last time actually competing here, so it will be emotional and it'll be my last Golden Spikes trophy. So for me, it's just an emotional season. But I always look forward to it. I look forward to going out there and putting on a show for the last time for the fans because that's what they come out here to see. So I'm looking forward to it.
Your question?
You're saying, can I just check? We've spoken a lot about the things you've loved doing in this sport, but what is it you're going to particularly miss? Are you going to miss anything at all about this training, traveling, all the rest of it?
I think it's just mainly competition. I enjoy competing. Enjoy, especially if I see like a youngster steps up and start running some fast time. I definitely think I'll miss the fact that I could have gotten a chance to compete against this person. And the fans, those are the two things that I will miss about the sports a lot, because the fans makes it what it is. You know what I mean? Coming out and they're cheering for you and giving you that energy to compete at your best. So I think I'll miss that and competing the most.
Question?
Usain, can you reflect a little bit on your first race of the season in Kingston and what do you expect here compared to that race? And will 3 races be enough before the World Championships to get ready?
Well, Jamaica was I don't know the word to use, but it was tough for me. This is the first time I always get nervous my first race, always, but I was really really nervous competing because of just the energy and the amount of people that really came out. The only time I've seen the stadium full like that is at the Boys and Girls Championship. You know what I mean? So to come out in front of the crowd and to compete for the last time, it was really emotional for me. just to come out and be there in front of them, know that my friends, my best friends, my parents, my coach, and everybody was there, just cheering me on, and it was just something different for me. You know what I mean? And race-wise, it was a horrifying race. It was it was really bad. It was my first race in a long while competing. I didn't feel as smooth as I should have. It was a really bad start. Everything was just not perfect, but I know over time I'll get better. You know what I mean? I've been training good. And I definitely think running 2 more races before the championship will be fine. So yeah.
Radiojournaal.
Usain, you mentioned several times that it will be maybe the most emotional season for you, this farewell tour. But can you describe a bit more? Will it be something like farewell sadness, or you will try to enjoy as much as possible because you know it's for the last time?
Well, it's both. You know what I mean? I definitely want to try to enjoy every minute of it because it won't be the same sitting in the stands. You know what I mean? So I'll try to enjoy every minute walking out, just walking out, seeing the people, signing autographs, taking pictures. Just really enjoy it as much as I possibly can. But the fact that I know it's the last time, it will be emotional. You know what I mean? Just seeing it and feeling and just being around everybody, and being around the athletes, just sitting in the meal room around everybody, talking, laughing about all the time. So it would be an emotional time.
No?
Usain, Justin Gatlin's just qualified for the World Championships. You're looking forward to having one last race against your old rival, showing the kind of young boys something about the old boys.
For me, I was actually shocked that he actually won the trials because of just how quick the young kids were running. You know what I mean? I know he will definitely make the top 3 because as as an athlete, as a older athlete in the sports, we have a lot of experience and we know to go through the rounds. So for me, I was kind of shocked that he actually came out victorious. But that just shows that Justin Gatlin's a competitor. You know what I mean? He shows year after year that he's not to be taken lightly. So just one of those things. But I'm looking forward to the competition always.
Usain, you already said a few words of Wade and that he has been in really good shape. But how well do you know him? What do you think of him?
We do correspond a lot over text at times, and he's a person who actually asks me for advice, and if he has questions, he always asks me. Like, I think he really wants to start sprinting because I noticed that he's doing a lot of sprinting stuff. But we're pretty cool, and he's really a chill guy. He works hard. He doesn't complain. I've watched him train. I complain a lot when my coach gives me a program that's very hard, and he's a personnel that doesn't complain at all, which is shocking. You know what I mean? For an athlete that trains so hard, he doesn't complain when he coach gives him a hard program. So for me, that shows determination, dedication that he has towards what he wants. So for me, he's a really cool guy and level-headed, and he will be one of the best in the sports without any doubt.
You're saying it was 10 years with Ostrava. Could you imagine where you will be in 10 years from now, if not in Ostrava as a spectator?
Where I'll be, I have no idea. Hopefully not with a bare belly. But I don't know. 10 years is a long way down the line to look, you know what I mean? But hopefully I'll be doing something still in track and field, really trying to help the sports in any best way. Maybe kids, marry, you never know. So see what happens.
Aleš Hudský, Marketing and Media. Usain, you brought into track and field not only super performances, but also entertainment, fun, I would say even show. So when you retire athletically, don't you want to try to become a real showman, to have your own TV show where you would bring athletes, footballers, maybe from Manchester City and so on?
I don't know. I really don't know. I really put a lot of thought into exactly what I really want to get into when I retire. You know what I mean? I just want to do what I have to do and then retire and take a vacation. You know what I mean? Just relax and let my team worry about what direction I should go after I retire. But right now, personally, I'm just focused on just getting through the season. I know I'm a showman, but I'm not really into television that much to be having my own show or anything. I just like just entertaining the crowd when I do because I know they enjoy it, and that's the type of personality I have. So,
Usain,
you don't feel I'm going to retire? He doesn't trust me. He's like, when you retire.
Usain, De Grasse has run 9.69 wind assisted this year. Do you think you can still keep up with him?
uh, well, I am the fastest man in the world, so yeah, I would say yes to that.
Bravo.
You're saying there has been a lot of talks about your potential football career. So can you tell us a bit more if it's really in your plans, maybe to train with some professional team?
I definitely am going to train in Dortmund. It's still on as far as I know so far. So I think that would be the moment that will decide what I do with my career. You know what I mean? After training with Dortmund, if I do well, then I can say, you know what, let's try. If I don't, then I can just don't say anything. You know what I mean? Just go quiet. But we'll see what happens after I actually go there for a week and train.
A follow-up to the question you answered to De Grasse. What can you imagine, or what would be possible if you would have a 4.8 background?
That's one of the biggest things. I remember every time we have heard a win assisted time, my friend NJ always calls me and says to me, "Yo, why are we never this lucky to to get a positive win? We always negative win or not, but the possibility is endless. You know what I mean? You never know. We have always thought about it, but you never know how fast you could have gone. You know what I mean? I've never been that lucky."
You're saying you're leaving the sport. Looks like at the top of your game, but
Look like?
well, we'll see what happens in London. Pretty close to the top. But track and field, obviously, a sport that's still has its problems. I mean, doping scandals continue. Medals are rearranged. We don't know what's going to happen with the Russians. The previous administration before Seb Coe has their challenges. I mean, personally, where do you think the state of track and field is right now? What can be done to improve it? And, what changes does it have to continue to make to compete with all the other sports out there? Thanks.
Well, wow. I think the sports is been going through a lot for the past couple of years. You know what I mean? But I think you have to go through your worst time to get to your best. You know what I mean? I think Sepco is doing a good job now. They're really trying to make track and field as transparent as possible when they're using the independent doping system. So it will run a lot more smoothly, you know what I mean? So it won't seem like track and field will be in any corruption. I think that's the right way to go because the fact is that the competition is getting better. There are youngsters coming through, so the only problem we really have is doping. So if we can control that problem, then track and field will be in the right neck of the woods and it will be going forward. And I think when people can really start trusting track and field consistently, then it will get better and we'll be able to stand up with other sports. So I just think it's just over time that it will get better. So yeah.
And we prepared for you lane 1. That's okay, no? For tomorrow, because
ready.
you are the best, so not 1, no?
I'm ready.
No, I'm joking. 5 as usual. Yeah.
You're saying, what if you feel just prior to London that you are not in the shape to be sure to win there? I mean, could it be possible to pull out at the last time, or would you accept to finish your career on a defeat?
No, I have faith in my coach. I never worry about issues like that at all. I think I've proven that over and over again, that my coach always finds a way. You know what I mean? After 2015, I don't think there should be any doubt that me and my coach always finds a way. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm not worried. That never crossed my mind ever. Thanks.
Další otázka? Next question? Oh, any question?
Okay, Usain, thank you very much once again
It was a pleasure.
for coming for many years on behalf of the organizers, and we look forward for Wednesday.
Yeah.
The last race of the evening, 100 meters men, lane 5, Usain Bolt.
Supposed to scream now. Thanks, guys.